KTVA reporter Charlo Green, who is a businesswoman who maybe didn't make the best decision while reporting live on air. Charlo was covering a story on the Alaska Cannabis Club, which is a medical marijuana organization in Alaska. Well, while she was reporting on it, she decided to make her big announcement, and that was, I quit.
And as for this job, well, not that I have a choice, but I quit.
And then it flashes to another news anchor, and it was so awkward because she had no idea what to do.
All right, we apologize for that.
She said sorry, looks at her notes, looks up, and says, we'll be right back. Moving into number 9, we have the chicken scare, and this is just absolutely hilarious. There was an Australian reporter talking about a big black chicken that was going to be judged at a show. The chicken then starts to flap, and the reporter freaks out. Here's the clip.
Tonight at the show.
As soon as the video made it online, it went super viral right away because, I mean, you just can't get a better reaction than this guy. Okay, up next, now in the streets of Poland, let's run our way into number 8, and we're talking about this news reporter who stopped 2 joggers to ask them why they are running in snow. The joggers replied with, well, you know what, it is the perfect weather to jog in, it's perfect texture, very low impact, and you won't actually fall while you run because there's a lot of grip. Well, after the interview was done, the joggers ended up falling right on their backs very, very hard. Very embarrassing, and hashtag sad.
Go ahead and keep on the run. Sorry to have kept you, but I appreciate you guys talking with us. All right, thanks. We've seen a lot of people out here, like you said, running, sledding, just enjoying it. One thing, oops, that can happen.
Okay, so from falling to something more dangerous, and this comes into this time it's unlucky number 7. We have this female reporter who's reporting on the back of a truck. She was saying, if you don't want something to happen to you, then all of a sudden there was an explosion.
And if you want something to happen to you and it's...
Holy crap, is this real life right now? A bike just came exploding out of that truck. Did this reporter not know that that was going to happen? Okay, in at number 6, and hopefully we don't run into like some green screen problems here and there's not any like technical difficulties, because that would be really embarrassing if something was like happening back there. Actually, you know what? The editors can just fool around with whatever they want. And this actually happened live on the news, and I'm not sure if it was a mess up or if it was done on purpose to be funny. And I'm not too sure what's going on behind me right now. The woman's bottom half is gone. I think someone forgot to tell her not to wear green. And something tells me this might be a prank, because take a look at what happens next.
Temperaturas para hoy van a ser aproximadamente de 100...
That's so funny, because did you guys hear the audio at the end? This woman actually speaks such good English. She was so confused at what was going on. Maybe it was a Charlo Green trolling her.
I quit.
Okay, this list just continues. More fails. We're now in at number 5. Okay, we have some immaturities because, okay, just take a look. Did this woman just draw a giant penis on the TV screen during an ABC News broadcast watched by millions of people? This video was uploaded by YouTube user Random Donkeys, which is such a random name. Who comes up with that? I'm not even going to question that, but you can hear the people in the background just laughing. They were dying. This was so funny to them. This is so funny to me. I'm a pretty immature person, so maybe I wasn't the only one that saw the giant penis. And after this happened, this news story was seen by millions of people. And I don't know, did she want to quit her job and go out in a bang? Up next, we have former Toronto Mayor Rob Ford. Oh boy. A lot of people call him a joke of a mayor, but he fails his way into this list in at number 14,000. I don't know. During a news interview with a lot of media, he told them that he performs a lot of oral sex with his wife. I mean, is this real life right now? Does this really happen? This is something you keep to yourself, especially when you're representing the city of Toronto, one of the biggest cities in Canada.
Olivia Gondak says that I wanted to eat her pussy. Olivia Gondak. I've never said that in my life to her. I would never do that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home. Thank you very much.
Rob Ford has been the talk of the town. I mean, there's no wonder why. He's had so many antics He was caught smoking weed at a party, also admitted to snorting cocaine, even after paying people to keep quiet about it, but he just made it public himself. I guess if I really wanted to, I could do like a Rob Ford top 10 fails, but I don't know. I'm from Toronto. I want us to like look good as a place, as a city. And simply, I don't want to be reminded of Rob Ford. Let's just move on to number 3. On CBS 42, things went very inappropriate when 2 news anchors were talking about their dog. Gina, the woman on the right, said, "You have a little wiener." And then they started laughing. I started laughing too. The news then flashed to meteorologist Mark Prater, and they asked him about his little wiener.
You got a big dog, that's fine.
She's larger.
Yeah. Mark has a little wiener. Have you addressed the wiener up?
I do. He's
What's he doing?
he's actually, I had a bug there.
I mean, these are grown-up people talking about a wiener during a professional newscast that was aired live. This is just a total fail. Okay, well, things get into the next level of things, and this comes into number 2. Now, this was seen on Global News in Saskatoon, when news anchor Lisa Dutton and her co-worker decided to talk about a vibrating toothbrush.
He used to like to take the big fat rubber end of my vibrator.
Is this real life right now? Did you guys notice what it looks like she was doing? It looks like she was masturbating someone. I mean, what the heck? And then she took it to the next level because that wasn't enough for her.
The vibrating toothbrush and put it in his mouth. And he just kind of sit there like, oh yeah, that feels good. That hits the spot. My gums are itchy.
Her co-worker was just laughing so much, and it was almost like she was doing this on purpose.
And he just kind of sit there like, oh yeah, that feels good. That hits the spot.
She's making it look like she's giving a blowjob on live TV. This is so inappropriate. I mean, this is the news, but it's still a family-oriented show, isn't it not? Okay, so finally, we've all made it into number 1 spot, and let's just quickly recap of what we've had so far. We've had a woman who quit on air. She said, "F it, I quit." The Australian reporter who freaked out over a chicken. He probably went vegetarian after that. Toronto Mayor Rob Ford told the world that he gives oral sex to his wife. And now, in at number 1, we have a CNN weatherman who freaks out during a live broadcast. The weatherman was talking about Hurricane Katrina when he was interrupted by a news anchor. He yelled at her and said, "Let me talk." He then throws his paper down on the floor, freaks out. I mean, you shouldn't freak out while you're reporting, and the woman, I don't know, like, I probably would have done the same thing because she was just being so annoying.
Lower
Chad,
pressure. But
Chad,
Camille,
Chad,
let me talk, Carol.
Translate that for us. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Well, if you would let me talk.